Blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is the Capricorn's reading for July 2022 for what is on Capricorn's spiritual path for July. Now, I want to remind everybody that these are general readings and may not apply to everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube readers out there, tarot readers that you can check out. I also want to remind everybody, if you'd like to get in contact with me here on the show, you can do so in the comments below. You can also find me on Instagram at the Om Oracle Instagram page, of which there is also a link in the description below this video. And there is only one Om Oracle Instagram page, and I will never solicit a reading to you or ask for funds in an email or a DM. So if someone contacts you claiming to be me, offering these things, that would be a scam. That is not me, and please do report that. I'd also like to remind everybody that if this resonates with you at all, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is most appreciated and helps get the channel and the videos into the proper algorithm. All right. Now, without any further ado, what is on Capricorn's spiritual path for July 2022? 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. Start out with the World card. All right, 2 more cards, please. One more, please. All right. All right. Nope. So we have the World card, the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. So something is coming to its completion, and you're integrating what you've learned from this completion. And you are successfully moving forward with great speed into your abundance, into your wish come true. And it appears there is something that is holding you back. There's something in the in-between zone where you are... you have self-imposed restrictions. There's some place where your mind, your thoughts are holding you back. And as you can see, here we go. This woman is tied up with toilet paper, as I like to say, and she could easily free herself from this restriction. And so this is what the universe is asking you to do. As you can see, this woman is unbound from her wrappings. So the Spirit is asking you to recognize that you've made a great accomplishment. This is a successful completion, and this is giving you the ambition to make this fast move forward into your wish come true. But you are going to have to release yourself from some of these, what I feel like is mental shackles that you have placed on yourself. So let's get 3 more cards, find out a little bit more. This is the Yogic Path deck. What is on 3 cards, please? What is on Capricorn's Spiritual Path for July 2022. Three cards, please. Thank you. China Master. Two more cards, please. Manipura. We have Satya. All right. Thank you. There we go. All right. Now, China Master, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Forgive me if I'm not, but this is some. If you can see on the card here, is this coming into focus here? There we go. She's lost her head through spiritual realization. This Kundalini energy has risen up and has caused her to lose her head in a good way. This is the best kind of losing your head. And she is the goddess of self-realization, Kundalini, sexuality, but also self-control. And then next to that we have Manipura. This is the third chakra. This is the Willpower Chakra and is located in the solar plex. And the bija mantra for that is Ram. It's a very powerful mantra, and it also not only fuels this willpower, but it causes the energy to rise up to your heart, which is really where you want it. You want to keep this energy rising up. And Satya is truthfulness. So there has been this completion. The energy is rising. You've seen the world for what it is. You've and this always reminds me of the Enzo circle or the dancing Shiva. You've seen the nature of reality here. And this is the result of that is this self-realization. And through self-realization, Kundalini then flows freely, wild and free. And it appears you're taking some of this and using it for your willpower. But the Spirit is asking you to really be truthful with yourself. And this is about this self-imposed restriction. Your wish come true is right here, but there's some truth that you need to tell yourself. And we'll find out more as we go. 3 cards, please. 3 cards, 3 messages from the Wisdom of the Buddha deck, as I call it. 3 cards, 3 messages for Capricorns for what is on their spiritual path in July 2022. Padma Sanjay. All right. We have Dance with Ganesha. I don't know why that was hard to say. And we have Padmasambhava. Now, Padma Sanjay is an incarnation of Padmasambhava. And Padmasambhava is the 8th century Mahasiddha wild man and is known for this crazy wisdom, as they call it. Padma Sanjay is an earlier incarnation and spent time in the burial grounds, the cremation grounds, and is a tantric master. And a lot of times this is seen and can have elements of what is known as the left-hand path, or transgression. In the cremation grounds, there's a lot of things going on. We don't have to get into it, but it's really about facing your fears and these natural programmed concepts of right and wrong, things of this nature. And his message is, be courageous. Anything life gives can be an inspiration. So, in a sense, this is what you've done here to come to this accomplished completion, this realization. But it's also speaking to this truthfulness of this, of what has you bound here. This can also be used as inspiration, and it's reminding you to be courageous and release yourself from this through truth. Dance with Ganesha. Now, Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. He's also the son of Shiva. So again, there's been this obstacle that's been taken out, but there's an obstacle of the mind that also needs to be removed. And his message is, give yourself over to joy and your life will flow. So it appears that you're not going to be able to grab onto this this wish come true until you release yourself from this. And then you can have the satisfaction of contentment. And Padmasambhava's message is, intense practice yields great results. So you are the walking embodiment of this very statement. To go through these steps, you've had to do intense practice. There's nothing really light about this. There's been some really hard internal spiritual work that's taken place, and there's just this one thing that needs to be cleared out. And again, truth will take these bindings off. And it's not this truth you have to reveal to the world. It's a truth that you have to be truthful with yourself. We'll find out a little bit more here. All right, 3 cards, please. Just 3 if you can. 3 cards for Capricorns for what's on their spiritual path in July 2022. 3 cards. 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right. So encouragement. The divine is coming through with this encouragement. It is always there, giving this encouragement on your path. And really what it's asking is to give yourself over to this joy and your life will flow. This is the encouragement. And then we have Hell's Gate, or the gates to hell. You have two men gambling here. I don't see anything wrong with gambling per se. But it's saying the gates to hell are lust, anger, and greed. Avoid these three at all cost. Now, anger is a tricky one. But give yourself over to joy and your life will flow. Greed, again, and actually lust, anger, and greed are all in a similar vein. They say the three, but these all stem from the mind and a yearning in one way or another. For instance, like gambling, like lust, there's nothing wrong with sexuality or lust, but it's this attachment of though there's a feeling of incompleteness. And really it's this feeling of incompleteness or defense that is the gate to hell. And so this might be some of this truth. But it's also saying these things will keep you from your wish fulfillment. Enjoy the world. Just don't get caught up in it. And this is the secret of secrets. Through this realization, there's been a realization of the secret of secrets. It's the rarest of all secrets and the purest of knowledge. Direct perception of the self by realization. This is the secret of secrets. There's been the accomplishment. You know who you are. And you can enjoy the world. Enjoy these things. Just don't get caught up in them and begin to identify with the thing that thirsts. Because then that creates suffering. In the time of death. So there has been a death here. Not in a physical sense, but a death of this old identification. You don't get to this without the death of an old identification, or identifying with the mind, or identifying with these things that have this thirst. This has died, but this can always have a rebirth. As soon as we re-identify with that, then that has a rebirth, and it takes us out of our dream come true. So let's get 3 cards, please, from the Gods and Goddesses deck on what type of divine energies are surrounding our Capricorns for July 2022. What type of divine energies we got here? Brahma, Lord Kapila. One more, please. Just one more card, please. Okay, that's too many. Come on now. One more card, please. Thank you. All right. We have Brahma, the god of creation. And behind him, here we go, we have Vishnu. And here we have Shiva. And Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma are part of the Hindu Trinity. These are actually part of one entity. And Brahma is the creator aspect of this. Vishnu is the preserver. And Shiva is the destroyer. And on this encouragement card down here, we have Vishnu. And again, Vishnu here at the time of death. Excuse me. And Brahma's blessings are creativity, overcoming infertility, happiness in the world, and aiding in the learning process. So again, this is speaking to enjoy the world, happiness in the world, not of the world, like in the Bible. Lord Kapila is the knower of matter and spirit. The power of discrimination. Now, when they talk about this in Hindu scripture, they're talking about the discrimination between the mind and what we truly are, beyond the mind, beyond this reality, beyond time and space. It's the discrimination of what is the world. I can see the world and its motions. Now, what am I that sees the world? And this is the discrimination that they're talking about here. Divine understanding and liberation. Knowledge and mastery of the material elements. So you're coming into this mastery of the knowledge of matter and spirit here. And this is what's giving you this drive forward. This is what's causing this Kundalini to rise. But again, there's a truth that you must reveal to yourself. And then we have Gopal. This is the child Krishna. And he brings devotion, fertility. This may not resonate with all of you, but some of you may be pregnant. You may be pregnant with a child, or you might be pregnant with ideas and inspiration for this dream come true. But with this card, the Spirit is asking you to take a childlike approach to this action forward, and also take a childlike action towards revealing these truths to yourselves. And these might be truths and things that have you bound that go back to your childhood. And the Spirit is asking you to be truthful with yourself. And really put this out into the light for yourself. And offer it, release it, embrace it, and offer it up to the divine. Whatever that may be. All right, let's get 3 cards. Excuse me. Let's get 3 cards from the Morgan's Tarot deck. 3 cards for 3 cards for our Capricorns for what's on their spiritual path in July 2022. Sagittarius also got this. So 2 more cards, please. One more, please. All right, we'll take them. All right. So on this card, bring them up to see. Now from here on in, it's nothing but a downhill run. Again, this is a downhill run. And your life will flow if you can release this truth, release yourself from this, with this truth, excuse me. And again, I'm drawn back to this card of use this as inspiration for this moving forward, because we're not going to get to this wish come true unless there is a truth revealed to yourself. And then it's nothing but a downhill run. You're going to coast. And then here. And again, I see this in a similar way that I see elements of the world card. This is like the Enzo's circle. This is the sphere that all reality is encased in. And this is what you've realized. And this is what's causing this valley. Now, in the valley, this is where the fertile soil is, because it's all washed off the mountains into the valley. But we also have this continuation of this road. You could almost see it like that. It's a downhill run into the valley, into this fertile soil. And then we have the freak card. So there might be an element where you might feel like, oh, like I can't be truthful with myself about this, because to touch this with the mind makes me feel like a freak. But it's this being truthful with yourself and releasing yourself from this binding. This is you saying, oh, like I'm a freak. But this is something that the mind is saying. And you've realized that you're not the mind. You are something that's witnessing the mind. You're not this thing that's saying freak. So you can set this down and free yourself and step into your wish come true. There's satisfaction on the other end of this, on the other side. All right, let's get 3 cards, please. This is the Thoth deck. 3 cards for what are some hindrances on the spiritual path for Capricorns on July 2022. What are some hindrances in July, excuse me? Indolence. Okay, 2 more cards, please. Thank you. All right. There's an element of escapism you would much rather just like pack this away and head on down the road. But the Spirit is saying that you're not going to be able to truly head on down the road if you try to pack this away. You have to unpack this, whatever it is. Now with the Four of Cups, in this deck it's called the Luxury card. So in a sense, feeling that you have already achieved this luxury and that you don't have to unpack this because you've achieved this luxury, and you have. But to really get to your wish come true, to contentment. Contentment is freedom. You want freedom. So you have to go this one more step, which it really feels like this is hard. Getting caught in the strife of this. And I know this card doesn't read this way normally, but I'm getting a sense of there's a fear. And if you see on this card, he has a bull pulling his chariot. If you let this bull, whatever this is, off the reins, that it is gonna turn around and run you down. This fear of that is another hindrance. And this is another story, just like this. And just like this. And just like this. These are all stories that the mind is saying. And the Spirit is reminding you not to give in to this fear. You want contentment. This is the goal. Contentment. Wish come true. So these are the things that are going to hinder your path. And these are also the things that the Spirit is asking you to release. You know that you're not the thing that is saying these things. You're not the mind. You're not in the sphere. You're outside looking at the sphere. And that truthfulness is required, not packing it away. So let's get one card from the Dreamscape Oracles deck on what is on Capricorn Spiritual Path for July 2022. One card, please. All right, we'll take those. Excuse me while I pick these up off the ground. All right, we have the Tiger. Let's cover these up. And we have the Spring. So with the Tiger, and somebody else got a similar kind of reading, and this is kind of how I feel about this. Padmasambhava will come again in another incarnation, is what is said. And he's coming to free the world, to liberate the world. And when he does, he's going to be riding fastly and ferociously on the back of a tiger. And so you could easily put this here, where this knight is riding on this tiger. This is you. You're riding something ferocious, but this is your friend. This is energy that you've cultivated. This takes incredible willpower to wield an energy like this. And this is the spring of abundance. Moving into this dream come true, as though these springs are pouring down to fill these cups up. And so the divine has already filled these cups up for you. But there's this release that has to take place through truthfulness. All right, I think this is needed for this one. Let's go ahead and get 3 cards from the Oracle of Rama deck. First we pick a guide. I don't do this deck for every reading, but this one feels like it needs it. All right. Lakshmana. Now this is Rama's brother and companion. And on the top of the card it says the power of accomplishment. So the power of accomplishment, this completion, through this intense practice. All right, can we get some 3 cards for our Capricorns? All right. For what is on the spiritual path for July 2022. All right. Now these messages are very tiny, so excuse me while I attempt to read them. A victorious return home. So, and again, with this childlike energy, where'd he go? There he is. You are riding home, not to a physical home, but home to your true essence. Home to this contentment, this wish come true. Self-sacrifice brings peace. All the universe supports your inspiration. Again, down here, be courageous. Anything life gives can be an inspiration. A messenger is entrusted with a symbolic gift. So you're going to be receiving a message, and it will be interpreted as it'll be a gift, but there'll be symbolism in it. The messenger may not even know that they are giving you this symbol, but in this gift is full of symbolism for what you're going through, what you've gone through, where you're going, and perhaps even this truth that must be revealed to yourself. All right, let's get 3 cards from the tiny. What? This is the inner self guidance cards, I believe these are called. I always forget what this is called. I don't know if I have the box right here. Let's see if I can reach it. Yeah. All right. Inner self guidance cards. What do you know? All right. Let's split the deck and we will take, and we don't want to put that right on Rama. All right. We'll split the deck and take the tops of the deck here. communication coming. So this message is coming. With this gift, look for the symbols, look for the signs. Service. So with this realization, you're seeing of what great service you can be to the world. But you got to get to this contentment. You got to get to this wish come true. And growth. This is revealing this truth to yourself is not going to derail you. It might be hard to open that box with the inside yourself that has a rusty lock on it and the rusty hinges from being closed so long. But there's only going to be growth through opening this, and the growth leads to your wish come true. All right. 3 cards, please. What would you like to leave Capricorns with for what is on their spiritual path for July 2022? 3 cards, please. Some parting messages. 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's scooch these. I'm gonna run out of space. All right. The King of Cups. So you are feeling emotionally balanced at this time. There is a linger of anxiety. This keeps popping up. There's a linger of anxiety, but you're feeling emotionally stable. 2 more cards, please. Yes, 2 more cards, please. Thank you. Again, with this child energy, this nostalgia energy, something from the past. Almost there's a seed from the past that has to be uprooted here. And truth will uproot it. Being truthful with yourself will release these binds. 1 more card, please. Come on now. That's too many. There's also too many here. All right, 1 more, please. It does appear you are stepping into a luxury mode here. Abundance and self-sufficientness. 1 more card, please. 1 more card. One more, please. Ooh, this energy is funny right now. 1 more card, please. One more card, please. Thank you. All right. So again, growth. And at the bottom, there's an ending, this accomplishment. With every end, and this is a rebirth here. With every end comes a new beginning. So you're poised on your new beginning, and this is gonna be somewhat painful for you, but in the end, it only brings growth. And you're feeling emotionally balanced. So now is a good time to unlock this seed from the past. And we'll go down one more just to see. So we have the Death card. Now this is doesn't necessarily mean like a physical death, but there is a profound change taking place. Profound. And then here we have the Knight of Wands. Now people read this a lot of different ways. Excuse me, Knight of Wands. It's the King of Wands. But perhaps there is some adventure energy in this. But the King of Wands is a visionary and this born leader. And he wants things the way that he wants them. So this painful release is bringing profound change. It's bringing you into this dream come true. And taking you from this energy, as you can see, she's blindfolded. She can't see, into this visionary energy. Visionary, divine sight, growth, wish come true, contentment. And again, look out for this communication and this gift containing symbols, and this is going to help you out. All right, we're going to end this here, Capricorns. If any of this resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It is most appreciated, and I appreciate everyone who has watched and listened. It means a lot. And Capricorns, catch you on the next go round. Peace.